Well, Startup Weekend is a network of passionate business leaders who are on a mission to inspire, educate, and empower aspiring entrepreneurs to launch a startup in just 54 hours. And joining us with details about Albuquerque's Startup Weekend, which is this weekend, by the way, is Renz-Whitmore, Executive Director of the New Mexico Technology Council. Hello there.
Thanks very much for having me.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. We want to talk first about the advantages of attending Startup Weekend. This is a really good opportunity.
I think it is really a good opportunity, and that's why we brought it here, because we have a great amount of talent and a great number of great ideas, but people don't often have the teams that they need to have in order to turn them into something real.
That support system and that platform. So who would you recommend should attend?
Really, I'm from the Tech Council, but it doesn't have to be about technology.
Okay.
It's really people who have ideas, preferably some kind of business experience maybe, but whether they're in technology or design or business, we really need those folks with ideas to come out.
Hey, the more business, the more jobs, the more money. It's all win-win,
Exactly.
really, ultimately. So if you were going to tell somebody that was coming out there how the weekend plays out, how would you describe it?
Well, it's a pretty intense 54 hours. So the first night, it feels uncomfortable, but it really goes very smoothly. People pitch their ideas.
Okay.
We had 60 attendees in Santa Fe, and over 30 of them pitched an idea.
Okay.
After that, people select each other as part of teams.
Okay.
They form those teams, and then basically they come up with a game plan that night, Friday night.
Oh my gosh.
Work all weekend or work all Saturday, working with coaches and mentors that we bring in.
Okay.
And then they pitch or they demonstrate what their idea or product is Sunday night.
It sounds a lot like The Apprentice to me.
It's got that kind of a little bit of a game
Right?
show feel, definitely.
Kind of just having to make it happen. So which local business leaders will be serving? You mentioned mentors, right? So who's going to be the mentors? Who's going to be the judges?
We've got a great list, and really we couldn't include all the people we wanted to. But there's a few hot local startups. So we've got representatives from an organization or a company called AtPay.
Okay.
So many people have heard of a company called POS Lavu. But there's other Rock Tops, which has recently got some funding. There's a number of other local startups that'll have representatives here this weekend.
I have to ask you this, Eric. I'm curious, what's the success rate for startups after they've attended the event? Because you mentioned that you had 60 last time, you said, right?
That's right. So basically we had 11 teams that were formed, 9 of them pitched. And we got about the average that we expect, which is about a third of them are going forward in some way.
That's great.
But in addition to that, people learn, they make connections, people have gotten jobs and work out of it. So everyone gets something out of it. However, it's always nice if you get a company launched.
No doubt about that. All right, so now let's get to the bottom line here, the fee. Is there a fee, and what does it cover?
There is a fee. It's $99 is the standard fee. There's some discounts that I think are still out there, but for that you get 7 meals, you get snacks, you get a great experience and the opportunity to meet people you wouldn't meet and launch a startup.
You might end up being very, very wealthy as a result of a $99 session.
It's a great investment.
So how can our viewers find out more information and register?
Best site is albuquerque.startupweekend.org. I know it's really long. You can also search, if you do social media, we were talking earlier, SWABQ. So the hashtag SWABQ for Startup Weekend Albuquerque.
Great, SWABQ, got it. And I know a lot of people are going to get out there, and we hope for a great success rate.
It should be great.
Thanks for doing this. I think it's fabulous. Thank you for being here.